Oh, man. We're up. Oh. See the crack in this table? I think it might be caused from this table just being flabbergasted at all the conversations that have gone on in the past 12 years. This is the table where we do our recipes here on the show. There's been so many things that have been said over here that you haven't heard, but tonight you're going to hear some of the sort of outtakes. We're going to start off with a discussion that I had with a couple, a woman. It was up at Perchville. She was afraid to tell me she was wearing a fur coat. We have coming up for you sort of outtakes, so you stay tuned. I'm Fred Trost. It's time for a special edition of The Practical Sportsman. I want to know something, ma'am.
If you're going to talk to me about this coat,
Is this coat real or fake?
Fake.
No.
It's really fake.
No.
It is.
It's a real coat.
It's real, isn't it?
It's real.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Which side are you on?
Oh, what do you think? What side do you think? No, I go and ask people that I see in airports or different places. I say, ma'am, is that a real coat or fake? And they usually give me the same type of answer, kind of like, what do you want to
Yeah,
hear?
because you don't know if you're going to get splashed with paint.
I know it, but I mean, I endorse fur coats. I mean, don't
If you
like
want
it?
the real story, this is my great-great-grandmother's old fur coat. It's ancient, but warm.
Still useful. Still keeping her
Super
warm
warm.
to this day.
Do you get any garbage from people who, harass you about...
Only our college daughter that hates us.
Well,
She wears her leather boots and her leather belt, right?
Yeah, that comes with the territory.
Two places you can wear them. You can wear them in East Tawas here for Perchville, and you can wear them in New York City. Those are the two places, right?
Well, I tell you, I think the coat looks great.
Well, thanks. It's super warm.
But
I still feel sorry for all the dead animals that I'm wearing.
That's respect.
You were doing
That's
so
respect.
good up to that. But
You can cut that part out.
okay, what are you going to have for dinner?
Geez, I don't know.
You going to have any meat?
What do you
We're gonna have
have?
fish if we can.
Yeah, we're going to have fish if the guys are catching them.
Okay. One thing I noticed you people don't have on your feet? You avoided... Well, look at this kid right here. See, he just fell down? Okay.
We don't have clamps.
No,
like
come
we
on
did
over
this
here.
song.
Come on over here.
I saw you
Come on
on
over
TV
here.
with them.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah,
I
look
can
at
walk.
look
This
at this.
is fun, see?
Yeah.
So you can dance in the bikini
You
bar
can
this
dance.
night.
But a safety factor here is with these cleats. I mean, I can run around and
Flip one up so we can see them.
oh, so you can see what they look like?
Yeah, those
like
are
that?
nice.
In
Yeah,
fact, here you
Get
hold,
it up there, Fred. Come
hold it.
on, get it up there.
hold the microphone for me.
Oh,
Hold the
okay.
microphone for me, and I'll show you how this works. This cleat right here, I'm probably going to fall down.
Lift it, Fred. Lift
Now hold
it
it.
there.
No, I'll take it off like that. But,
Oh, they're on little rubber
yeah,
straps.
they're on little rubber
Yeah,
straps.
those
like
are
that.
dandy for
Oh,
sure.
are nice.
So I'll put it back
Are you
on.
selling those, Fred?
I should be. Now, I'm going to have to ask your help. Will you hold my arm here?
Sure. Hey, at least you're in better shape than you were last year here.
I know, when I had my broken leg.
Yeah. Is that your broken leg?
No, it was this one here.
That one. Is it fine this year?
It is.
That's good.
But I have my cleats on, and I'm not going to fall down and break my leg again.
Well, you never know.
I
Somebody
think you
could
should
trip
jump
you.
in myself, personally. I think
Yeah.
that you ought to make a statement for Perchville, and you ought to become the first one to jump in, really. I think it's necessary.
If you weren't so tall, I'd tell you you're full of it.
Glad
Okay.
to see you back on
Yeah.
TV.
Hey.
We've been
Glad
watching
to
your
see you back
program.
on.
I like that
Nice
coat.
visiting with you.
All right.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good. One of the big benefits of what I do in doing this show every week is the great people that I meet all over the state. Just tremendous folks. But I wish that you would go up to people who you see, women in particular, who are wearing fur coats, compliment them on them. I mean, you can tell real fur from the fake fur. And I believe, if you believe like I do, that animals are for our use, that there's nothing wrong with eating meat, wearing leather shoes and leather belts, and wearing fur, having pets, going to rodeos. If you think all those things are okay, make sure you take the time to compliment somebody who wears a fur coat, because I think that they've taken a bad rap from people who have no right in the United States of America to give them the kind of guff they've been giving. That's my point of view on it, at least. Now, not every woman takes guff. We had a woman who came in to do several recipes for us. Her name is Libby Wolf from Brooklyn. She's not going to be pushed around in the kitchen, and her reaction when her husband tried to test her rules, it was interesting. While I'm tasting it, I want you to tell a story.
Uh-oh.
No, this is one that I heard Libby telling somebody else. I overheard this about your husband and about him presenting game to you, like how, huh?
Well, he hunts it, he cleans it, he brings it to me. And he better bring it to me the way he wants it served, because I serve it the way he brings it. He brought me a duck one time that still had feathers on it, and I cooked it feathers and all, and served it to guests. He doesn't do that. Yes, I did. And he doesn't do it anymore. It wasn't her. He doesn't do that anymore.
I see. Well, didn't you have a knockdown drag out that night?
No, he knows better.
He knows better?
He loves me.
Well, how was the duck with the feathers on it?
We didn't eat it.
Oh.
We had hamburgers.
Okay, so you had something prepared on the side.
Oh, of course.
But you wanted to get this little point through to
That's
him.
right. I told him a couple times, and I don't tell you more than once or twice.
You know what he was trying to do?
He's trying to see if I'd do it.
He was trying to, quote, train the wife. It's rarely, if ever, been done.
Not with this one.
It's been, it's been talked about a lot, but
well,
I think it's rarely been done.
It won't be with me.
There's no question as to where Libby Wolf stands, but that's after years of marriage. What about before marriage? You know, cold feet are really common, and Jeff Malone had them in January. His girlfriend, Kim Lovernick from Taylor, brought in a super recipe for tequila venison chili, and I took that opportunity to, poke around a little bit in their marriage plans. You seem like such a perfect couple. And you have different last names.
Yes.
So you guys, now hold it here.
Well, she did extend my hunting season by buying me a muzzleloader. So
She bought you a muzzleloader. She cooks venison. She cooks with a lot of alcohol. It sounds, she fly fishes.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Hey,
does.
there's people sitting out here saying, this is the perfect woman. Jeff, what's the deal?
Oh boy.
Can we come up with a date?
I don't know.
Do you want to get hitched?
Well, yeah.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, very much someday.
Very much someday?
Yeah.
Folks,
She's a great one. She's
Folks,
great.
this is partly a setup on Jeff. The TV experience apparently had a big impact on Jeff because on February 14th, Valentine's Day, he proposed to Kim, and on July 11th, they'll tie the knot on Mackinac Island. However, at this time, I must ask both of you, Jeff, Kim, leave the room, turn the television set off, watch a different station for a few minutes, because this next conversation is between Al and Carrie Chase. We got off on the subject of marriage. See, they tied the knot less than a year ago. How old are you guys?
I'm 26, she's 21.
21. We're robbing the cradle.
And she's been married and divorced once already. I don't want him to make me feel bad here.
So is he.
I've been married and divorced once.
Oh, okay.
So this is the second time.
The
It's
second
the
time
charmer.
for each of you.
Yep.
The charmer.
Yep.
But you two are a spunky couple.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah. So you, there's, Al likes to fish.
All the time.
All the
All
time?
the time. I hate it.
You hate fishing?
No,
Or-
I don't mind fishing, but I don't like ice fishing because it's too
And
cold
she don't
out.
like me being gone six, 7 times a week.
You fish that much?
If I could, yeah, every day.
He goes about every other day.
Okay, now, what about before you got married? Did he fish that much?
No.
Huh?
I did too.
Huh? You know, because it would be hard.
Well,
you
the
know,
fishing,
to court,
the
it would
fishing's
be,
better this year. See, it was slacked off last year.
That's what I've been telling
You know,
him too.
it'd be very difficult to carry on a courtship leading up to marriage and fish 6 nights a
Exactly.
week.
See, I was
He
courting you
went
then.
fishing on Valentine's Day, and it was our first Valentine's Day together married. I'm telling everybody. Our
We was-
first Valentine's Day,
Well,
he went
yeah, but he
fishing.
didn't fish like the whole 24
He
hours.
fished from like 7 to 1.
We was here, what,
What,
Saturday?
did he get your card?
Yes, and a
Yes.
flower.
And a flower. Okay. Now hold it. He's not such a rotten guy. They're working this out.
But me and Steve, my buddy,
Yeah,
both bought them.
Steve.
See, we both went
Steve
fishing.
takes 'em.
The guy that shot the rabbit.
Okay. You got to do your homework, Al.
I know.
Or you're going to be on number 3 marriage here pretty soon. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, just a practical tip. Outdoors, I say we can conclude from this that first of all, after you get married, things change. The guy might hunt a little more, and things might change.
A lot more.
And secondly, guys, pay attention. Valentine's Day and stuff.
Yep, stay home.
Oh.
You learned it.
You learned something, huh? Well, great. We were just doing a recipe, you know, got to chatting about this.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, we're off the subject of marriage now. Somebody can get on the phone and call Kim and Jeff, tell them coast is clear, tune back in, watch the rest of the show. You know, where I'm sitting is where we tape the recipes for the show, and I'm usually wearing flannel shirts like this. And when Al and Carrie Chase were here, Carrie was doing this recipe for Cajun venison over noodles. I couldn't help but notice what I thought was a really cool shirt that Al was wearing. I got to ask you about this shirt. That is not a shirt that you see in the stores.
No.
anymore. Where'd that come from?
My grandpa, when I was real little, used to wear this shirt once in a while. And when he passed away, I asked my mother to get it for me. And I just got it, well,
That is
about
neat.
7 or 8 months ago. And it's just a thick flannel, you know, that...
But the pattern, it's
right.
like logging.
Yeah.
It has a grizzly bear
Grizzly
there with a
bears
hump on
and
the back.
snowshoes and
Yeah.
and everything on it.
That is
but,
neat.
And it's a flannel like you don't get flannel anymore, you know, and there's deer, stuff like that on it. Fox,
That's
beavers.
neat. I just had to stop and talk about that. I just yeah, we should come out with ones like that nowadays. That's
Yeah.
the kind that I like. But back to the Cajun.
Yes.
Man, I love old flannel shirts like that. Yeah, but speaking of clothing, do you know what radio personalities wear? Well, one of my favorite morning radio personalities in the Lansing area is Tim Barron. He's on Q106, The Breakfast Club. He just dropped in one day when we had finished doing a bunch of recipes. Well, I clipped the microphone on him, sat him down, gave him a wild game banquet right before his face here, and we also had a little spirited conversation. Okay.
Check 1, 2. You want that?
Okay, we're rolling. We're on a 2-shot. You know, on television, everybody knows what I look like. They got my face and that together.
You're a beauty.
Oh, you're looking at one of the most successful guys on local radio here in Lansing, right?
Yeah, well, I like to think so.
Q106, the SEA.
Capital of the world.
That's where I got the SEA that I've done on the show now and then.
I saw that.
Yes. Now, Tim Barron is your real name?
Oh, no.
No? No, seriously.
That's my real name.
Because remember the days when people in radio didn't? It was always
Yeah, they had weird names like JJ this or
Yeah,
CJ
JJD
that
and-
or
yeah.
some goofy name like that. It's
Okay.
close enough to my real name, Fred.
okay. He just stopped by in the studio here. We
Yeah.
were just doing some recipes, and when I was on one of your shows, I said, "Hey, we'll have you stop by and do some recipes." It just turns out that you have your choice here:
I
cabbage
know.
rolls, you got critter crepes,
That scares me, Fred.
London broil, which is with venison.
Yeah, that
London
looks
broil.
great. Uh-huh.
We have rabbit here. That is terrific.
Okay.
Chow down, my
Well, I'll
friend.
try the London broil first.
Okay.
And I honestly did just stop by, you know.
I know that. You don't have to- you
We
don't-
popped in the door,
you don't-
and here's Fred saying, "Come here, have some food, Timba."
know.
So I'll try it.
That's venison London broil. That's probably what Ted Nugent eats 3 times a day.
He eats a lot of his own stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's anything in that household that isn't shot by Ted or one of the members of the family.
Well, and this is venison cabbage rolls. You like cabbage rolls?
Yes, I do.
Try some of that critter crepe up there.
Okay.
Crepe, I don't know. What
Critter
the proper-
stuff.
Critter stuff. Yeah, so this is what a radio guy looks like.
That's why we're not on TV. I've got a face for radio, babe.
Yeah, but you know, you'd clean up okay.
Well, I do all right. Get
So-
my little ponytail thing going, put on a suit once in a while.
Yeah, but, geez, you got this jacket that, you've had this jacket for what? 15,
12,
20 years?
30, 40 years.
Good grief.
It was my dad's.
It could be. Really. Is there something, have you ever thought about going into TV?
No, I barely managed to command one medium,
No, but
much
you do
less
it-
two.
He does a lot of talk, a lot of controversy, a lot of very intellectual
We get into a
things.
lot of stuff, a lot of freedom of speech issues, a lot
Yeah.
of personal responsibility issues. I'm a solid Republican, which may amaze some of you that are watching, but
You can't figure the man
there
out.
are a lot of long-haired Republicans out there. People that want to work hard and play hard and
Hold on,
live the American dream.
Let's see if you have ears like Ross Perot.
Huh? No, they're pretty,
you don't have the Ross Perot
they're pretty
ears.
small.
Oh, well. Well, here we are. This is, you're on my show now. Mm-hmm. How's that critter crepe?
Very good.
Crepe, whatever you want to call it.
Critter stuff.
Yeah, critter stuff. You eat much wild game?
I eat some when I can.
Okay, well, we got all this for you to finish. I can't, really, I'm telling you.
Thanks, Fred.
You know, with radio, you guys, you're lucky. You get to go on for 4 hours
Yes,
of
that's true.
talking.
That's right.
You know, from 6 a.m. to 10. I don't get to do that. We got to move on.
Right,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I got to say, see ya.
See you, Fred.
Okay, come on. How do you say it?
See ya.
See ya.
And we'll see you guys.
See ya. Can you do that, Sue?
See ya.
Yes, that's good. That's Tim Barron's trademark on the radio. Now, Sue Tabor, who is dressed in flannel here, speaking of clothing, was listening to the radio. In fact, we have a whole story on this. Who are you? Who are you married to?
Doug Tabor.
Doug Tabor, who works here
The
for
one and
Practical
only.
Sportsman. Yeah, he's our product man. Sue put together a book, and here's the story on it, and this is the front page. She said, I was driving to work yesterday listening to one of my favorite radio programs, The Breakfast Club, with Q106, with Uncle Tim Barron, when to my surprise, Fred Trost, host of one of my favorite television shows, I'm not going to ask you what's your favorite, The Practical Sportsman, called on the air. Now, Tim was sort of poking fun at Fred for the way he dresses. I thought to myself, gee, Tim, what's wrong with the way Fred dresses? How else would you expect a practical sportsman to dress? After all, flannel shirts and blue jeans are Fred's trademark and have been for years. Why, they may even put one of his flannel shirts in the outdoor museum one day. Already done. So, personally, I can't imagine him wearing anything else. But as the day went on, I began to wonder, what would Fred Trost look like dressed in something else besides those flannel shirts and blue jeans you entitled your book?
Let's dress Fred.
Okay, now this isn't really a book like you would read. It involves catalogs, a couple catalogs, basically J.C. Penney's. It involves some of the old magazines.
Right.
And that's how she dressed me up.
A little cutting and pasting.
Yep, and here's a hilarious one. The Rich and Famous Fred. Don't you read the papers?
Well, someday.
Okay, this is more like it. Hard Hat Fred, or Hard-Headed Fred, something like that. Not too bad. Now here's one that I guarantee you will never happen, but it's a nice thought. Senator Fred.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite? There we go. This is more down my line. Miami Vice Fred. Pretty suave looking, eh? Okay, now we have Cy.
I like this one,
You like
too.
this one? Mm-hmm. Yes, Dreamboat Fred?
Absolutely.
I don't think so, Sue. I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Yes. Hot Tubbin' Fred.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one. And the proverbial Ready for Bed Fred. Isn't that nice? Now, we also have, oh, look at this one. It is the sex symbol Fred. Huh? Sex symbol Fred, you don't like that one? I thought that was a pretty good one. And here's your latest. This is one you added to the last minute. Fred
Right.
has a sex change operation and becomes
Fredietta,
Fredietta.
the practical sports person.
Yes. But anyway, that's after my sex change operation. Well, I tell you what, that's just great, Sue. And you know, that a lot of people are going to want to do this type of thing. In fact, I got to digging around, rummaging around. You know, I found, she doesn't know this is going to happen. I found the tabloid Sue. Huh? Look at this. 8-foot wide woman loses 890 pounds before it took 10 men to roll her out of bed. Huh? Huh? You like that?
Oh, man.
But you know, after you lost that 890 pounds, hold it, I'm not done. I got going through a calendar of the Barbie twins. Have you heard of the Barbie twins?
Yes.
I just had to check when May 15th was, because that's the opening of walleye season, and there I found Sue Tabor as one of the Barbie twins. Huh?
I don't believe you did this.
Oh, well, I don't believe you did that. Huh? Anyway, this was lots of fun, folks. Lots of fun,
Lots
huh,
of
Sue?
fun,
I had
yeah.
a lot of fun putting together this surprise, too.
I'll bet you did.
Okay, well, we've had a fun special here for the Practical Sportsman.